I think it says I'm live. Okay, I'm live. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome or welcome back to Stacy Storino, the YouTube channel. This to me is the number one place that you can go if you want organic content marketing for better sales conversions as an entrepreneur. Whether being an entrepreneur for you means that you're a YouTuber and or a creator, or are you a more traditional entrepreneur where you're selling widgets to get money, or widgets, physical products, digital products, handmade products. Are they your time, one on one coaching, let's say, services, courses, whatever? I have been a lawyer since 1998 in the great state of New York. I've also been a coach, a business coach, since 2013, but by 2015, it wasn't a part time gig anymore. It was a full time gig. So I've been a full time content marketing for conversions coach for 10 years. Whew. So let's just say really, really quickly, if you haven't gotten the free quick start guide that I have to help your organic content marketing bring you more sales conversions, getting more people to subscribe or follow your brand, getting more people to get on your email list, getting more people to actually buy from you once they're ready, willing, and able to, you want to go to I pinned it in the chat down below. You want to go to don'tbeafakeguru.com. So even if you're not like a coach, course creator, guru, people tend to buy from those that they know, like, and trust. And so this quick start guide will help you see things differently so that you know how to put your best foot forward to the general public out there, out on the interwebs, so that they are more likely to get to know, like, and trust you enough to follow you, get on your email list, and then buy from you. Okay, so what if you're a YouTuber slash influencer and YouTube is like all or most of your business, but you're like, oh, because I work a full time job, I have a family, both. Maybe I'm finishing up a degree that will help me in whatever business I have, where I'm using YouTube to market for that business. I mean, 10 years of coaching full time, I have definitely heard it all. I don't focus on just one industry. I can't help it. I'm a multi passionate individual. Let me know down in the chat, both live and on the replay, if you're a multi passionate person too. A lot of creatives are. Oh, and if you're a student of mine for your paid hashtag live, hashtag replay, even if you're not, you can put hashtag live, hashtag replay. I always like to see who's checking in when. I will check back on my comments if you have any questions about organic content marketing for sales conversions. You can always put them down in the chat or in the comments once this goes into replay mode. I'm here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're a YouTuber and or an influencer, or even if you're more of a traditional entrepreneur, but you know that content marketing on YouTube can help you to get more sales, this is going to be for you. What if you have a crazy busy life and you're like, I want to be on YouTube more to create more content, to build up a bigger, brand-based community on YouTube, maybe cross post on other platforms, even if it's clips or shorts on YouTube, TikToks, reels on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And you're like, I know I need to be on YouTube more or more consistently. Yes, you do. Basic amounts of consistency for YouTube, no matter what you're selling or who you're selling it to, or no matter what kind of influencer you are. This isn't a magic bullet, but it's an understanding. You do want to have at least one long form piece of content on YouTube every single week. And you can take clips out of that to have shorts. And then that's an easy enough way to, cover a daily base 7 days a week on YouTube if you want. And it keeps your channel active. And, the algorithms that are out there, the YouTube AI that has many algorithms, it's not like it's a silver bullet. Oh, if I put something up once a week to daily, I am guaranteed X. But like the AI takes notice of who's a more consistent creator. And why it really cares and why it really matters is the more people see your content on YouTube, or quite frankly, a lot of what I say could help you on any other platform too, right? But like if the humans know that, like, for example, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you were to go live streaming is like the quickest, easiest way that you could create content. If you don't have the time to be able to like do much, if any, editing, go live, post the replay. Voila, on YouTube, you have a video podcast. You could download the video and post it to Facebook in total. A couple of little clicks, and you could also post the whole thing to Instagram. They've long ago merged IGTV with Instagram. It's not just reels that go up there, right? So you could like cross post, cross purpose, and do quite a bit. But like, how do you have the time for it? The time for consistency to even do one live stream or one edited video a week. And why does the AI care? The AI cares because the humans care. They know you're going to be, posting a video every Thursday by 8 a.m. Or if you're like me, you're going live on YouTube every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. People want to know, is there something coming out on the regular? You communicate that well. They can see from your content in the feed, keeping it to YouTube, but really anywhere else, they can see you're pretty good to show up once a week, roughly the same day, roughly the same time. The humans that are interested in what you have to offer will make sure that they follow or subscribe. Will make sure that they can show up if you go live, or at least see the replay if they can't see all or most of the replay. So when the AI notices through the various algorithms that scrub all your content for data points, the algorithms, because there's numerous ones, help the AI to understand, oh, this person is not only just creating content consistently, even if it's just a small but mighty brand-based community, enough of these people are showing up every week. Two things happen. Number one, keeping this to YouTube, YouTube's AI will be more likely to shove out and into your subscribers' feeds notifications and or the actual video itself, and say, oh yay, see, you like this person, you like this YouTube channel, it's here. The less that people are interacting with your stuff, the less it's going to be recommended out, the less likely notifications are going to go out to at least that portion of your following. For anybody who's hyper actively engaged with your content, well, first of all, they know you, in my case, go live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. So they'll show up for the live or at least watch the replay, right? I got students, thousands and thousands of students across the world in all different time zones. I can only go live when I go live, but believe me, I can see, I can see the people are watching on the replay. I can see the people are watching on the live. YouTube notices that more and more people show up over the last couple of weeks. I did have to take a sabbatical, 3 surgeries over a year and all that fun stuff. But now I'm back, and slowly but surely, people keep showing up. They know about it. They remember about it. They'll show up live and or the replay. And YouTube goes, up. I better ping these people because they've been engaging with their stuff more. The more they engage, the more they'll see all of the notifications, the more they'll see all of the videos, and or replay videos going into their feed. So you need consistency to succeed on YouTube, and quite frankly, any other platform as well. But this is why you're not succeeding on YouTube if you lack consistency. And in the beginning, when no one or almost nobody shows up because you're brand new and or the channel's brand new, whether you're an influencer, a YouTuber, or more traditional entrepreneur using YouTube as organic content marketing to build up an email list to get sales, it's very difficult to be excited and motivated when there's barely anybody showing up, right? Or, you're just feeling like it's so much work to even go live, to get a thumbnail, to work the caption, to think about keywords to put in the caption, to do all the work to give your content, even a live stream, its best chances to rank in both search and suggested. All the work for like 2 views, sure, it's not real enthusiastic. You're not real enthusiastic. So you have to stay the course for your consistency. But if you're like, how, Stacy? Like, I get it. the more consistent I am, the more, even a small but mighty community will keep showing up. It becomes appointment viewing on YouTube or really anywhere else. So they're more likely to show up more and more often. And instead of a downward spiral of failure, sure, over time, I'm going to build an upward spiral of success. But it's hard to be enthusiastic for 2 to 5 views, especially in the beginning. Um, or I've been gone for a long time. In my case, I used to have several hundred people show up for a live stream, let alone the replay. And now I have to eat humble pie because I've been gone for over a year. But I know when you keep, whether it's live streams and replays or whether it's edited videos on YouTube, if you have a fair amount of consistency, it does not take long to build or rebuild that audience that you didn't have in the beginning, or you had, and you lost, you've been gone for reasons. But consistency isn't a silver bullet. Um, you need to get more people active, but that can only build up over time. So, but some people are watching this going, okay, I get it. I get it. You want to be consistent because more humans will come, more humans will stay, more humans will know you're reliable. So they'll keep showing up, like in your case, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Tuesday. But how can I even get consistency, Stacy? You don't understand my life, right? I've been a coach for over 10 years full time. I've heard, every time I say I've heard it all, but I've basically heard it all. I work, I have kids, I'm divorced, I'm widowed, I'm a widower. How am I going to have the time? I work a full time job or I work a part time job. I work 100 gigs a day to make all the bills. How am I going to be more successful on YouTube or any other platform because of fill in the blank reasons? Your reasons might be legitimate, but in order to create content on YouTube or anywhere else and then publish things consistently, even a long form video a week, once a week on YouTube, you have to, of course, find the time. So sometimes when I go live, it's deep dive stuff and there's like a lot of levers to pull or options. Today's concept is actually pretty simple. And it is, and I tell my students free and paid this a lot, but I'm just coming back to YouTube. So even if you've seen me in the past, you probably know where I'm going with this. It's the power hour. If you're not working your business, even a YouTube driven business, in whole because you're a YouTuber or an influencer, or in part, I'm using content on YouTube to build up an email list and get sales as a more traditional entrepreneur. This doesn't matter. My advice is still the same. In order to get the consistency that you need to succeed on this platform and work, I'm sure, a very busy life, whether you have a family or not, whether you have a full-time job or not, no matter what your facts and circumstances are, to me, you have more of a hobby and not so much a business or a potential business if you cannot give your business an hour at least every single day. So, if you're super busy, how does this really work for you? Like in real life? You may say, Stacy, I work full time. You really mean that I'm going to take my 60 minutes of lunch hour and I'm going to use all of that for my business? If that's what it takes. Or you could, instead of an hour or 60 minutes unbroken, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that every day. To create content, to edit content, to publish it, or at least schedule it out in advance. The busier you are, it might be good if you could batch create content for YouTube or another platform and schedule out anything evergreen or stuff that isn't going to go stale if people don't see it immediately, right? So that can be a lot of your content, if not all of it, depending upon how you're using YouTube. So that's not bad. But you're like, what if I can't because of reasons? Give my business a whole hour, 60 minutes unbroken. Fine. 10 years of being a coach, there's more than one way to skin the proverbial cat. I don't say this easily. I'm not trying to be like flip about this, but maybe you get up half an hour earlier in the morning, you go to bed half an hour later at night. Boom, there's your hour. I've had people even come at me and say that won't work because of reasons. And as a coach, I listen to their reasons, I try to support them, and then I'm like, okay, 4 15-minute quads. And if you laugh about this, I have had several students build to close and over six-figure businesses a year, just by doing this, or by doing this for a year or so until their business makes enough profit that they can hire people to help them. Like shooting this through a YouTube lens, now they have somebody to make their thumbnails for them. Now they have somebody who can help to edit the videos, or at least some of the videos, right? So, but how do you even get there? 4 15-minute quads. So I've had people wake up 15 minutes earlier, go to bed 15 minutes later. If they work a full-time job with an hour break and two 15-minute breaks, guess where the two 15-minute breaks go? And then they can have a whole lunch hour. Depending upon who you are, you know your own facts and circumstances best, because it is difficult. I'm not saying impossible to like have a successful YouTube channel, have a successful business if you can't give your business a minimum of an hour every day. So if you're a YouTuber influencer, you can't create, edit, optimize, keyword rich without keyword stuff, captions, or YouTube wise, the show notes or the description down below. It's not impossible, but you have to be very, very disciplined to make your power hour, if you can do it in all 60 minutes, all in one shot work, or two half an hour quads early in the morning and late, two half an hour semi, sessions. Or you have a very complex, busy life, but you can find four different pockets of 15 minutes apiece. I've had two students that I can think of right now, one in America and one overseas, and they had to do the 4 15-minute quads because they're like, I don't want a hobby. I want this to work. And I understand, given my facts and circumstances, this is a long game. I have to do a long hold. Fine. You know, this is how you do it. Because otherwise, I know this seems kind of smarmy. How are you going to be successful at YouTube or with a business as a creator, a more traditional entrepreneur, if you can't put in an hour, average out even every single day? If you're like, weekends are better and I can do all or most of my 7 hours a week, power hour over the weekend, you think I care? No, it's whatever works best for you. But unfortunately, YouTube and other platforms have gotten so competitive. And granted, you're not competing with every creator out there. Okay, you're not. You're not. But nevertheless, content marketing, organic content marketing is getting more and more competitive with every year. You have to have consistency. You have to be consistently putting out content in order to be able to build the audience that you want, to be able to get enough deposits in the bank of KLT or know, like, and trust, to be able to get people to give you the watch time for you to, like, say, qualify to get in the partner program on YouTube if you're an influencer YouTuber and that's where you want a lot of your money to come from, to drive enough traffic to links in your show notes or description over time that, like, affiliate income can also buttress and support your monthly income. Sure, you can be a tiny channel and have hundreds to $1,000 worth of, affiliate income come in every month. And maybe that's pre-tax. I've definitely seen that. I'm not a big channel. I don't have to be. You don't have to be either, whether you're a traditional entrepreneur or you're a creator YouTuber. You do have to have, and my two last week's videos over the last 2 weeks, you need to go back and see those if you haven't, because I'm starting to build 1 week at a time what eventually is going to be like a little mini course, taking you step by step from scratch if you're starting new, or if you've had a long sabbatical because of health and surgeries like me and you're gone from your business in whole or in part for a year or more. Rebuild. It's kind of almost the same problem. If you're rebuilding, you have a list on you have an email list, you might have a social following, but you still have to wake all that stuff up. And sometimes, boom, you're off to the races in like a week or two. And sometimes you're not. So sometimes it's a low, slow, long slog. But that doesn't mean that you can't, even with a full-time job, even with a lot of dependents, elder care, young kid care. I've seen it all coaching people over 10 years. I've also had to live it all myself. I have a family, and last year or two, Elder care has gone way up for both sides of the family. So I'm not living in some sort of pink bubble and being serious, being silly. I'm being serious. I have done it myself, and I have helped thousands and thousands of students over a decade plus to do it too. But live or on the replay, in the comments section down below, be honest. Are you really giving your business an hour a day on average? Okay. Because if you can't put in 7 hours a week, approximately every week, you really do, whether you're being a YouTuber, you're being an influencer, or you have a more traditional business, it's more of a hobby. Because how could you build up a big enough audience to get them on an email list and or sell to them? Or if you're like, hey, I'm a creator, I'm not selling widgets, Stacy, and I may never do it. I may not even sell merch with my, logo on it. Okay, fine. But like, how are you going to build enough views and watch time to qualify to get into the partner program on YouTube, or to qualify to get paid on the creator fund on TikTok or elsewhere? YouTube does pay the highest and best view for view or watch time hour for watch time hour, as compared to Meta for Facebook and Instagram and for TikTok currently. So you really got to be whipping up a lot of views and watch time on those platforms to even come close to what YouTube can pay you, even with a small but mighty audience, once you qualify to get into their program. But think about it. To do that currently, I'll put aside shorts because you need like a ton, and I mean a ton of views. And if you're coming at this as an entrepreneur and then you're not just a general entertainer, you might not qualify to get into the partner program strictly through shorts. So let's keep it with the long form content. You need 4,000 hours of watch time in a 365-day period and a minimum of 1,000 subscribers to qualify to get into the partner program. There's a bunch of things you can do in your back office or your YouTube studio to kind of get all the green check marks so that you're in the pipeline. The second you qualify, they will see that, right? And then when they do their human review, they will double check that. You do not want to make it longer to get into the partner program than it needs to be. The human review can take 2 to 3 weeks. They will send you stuff in the mail to make sure you really are who you say you are, and that you and or your business resides and or is domiciled where you claim it is. It's YouTube. They've had a ton of fraud and they're trying to ferret all that out. So even if you've got all the check marks in the pipeline, you've given YouTube everything it needs to put you in the partner program, they're still going to ask you for a little more through the snail mail, and they're going to do a human review. So if you're right on top of it, within about 2 weeks, you can get into the partner program once you qualify. So if you didn't know that, now you know. And some of my students don't care if they make money through the creator economy. Although, hey, if they get into the partner program, they're not going to kick it out of bed. Who doesn't care about another couple hundred to a couple $1,000s extra a month? Is there any such thing as too much money? I think not. But if you're a creator / you want to be a YouTuber, how are you going to build up an audience out of nowhere? You need that consistency. So if you've got a family, you've got one or more jobs, and you're like, well, how am I ever going to be able to find the consistency? This week's trick, this kind of Jedi mind trick, will help you to not only get very disciplined and intentional about your power hour, but to actually find that power hour and use it. Because if you don't, I don't know how you win on YouTube or anywhere else, whether you're looking to leverage mostly the creator economy or mostly a more traditional entrepreneur economy. If you guys have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments section down below. Make sure you visit don'tbeafakeguru.com to get your free quick start guide to help you with organic content marketing on and off of YouTube that will bring you income / sales conversions. I've only coached for over a decade. I know how to get you there. I know how to get there myself. And I'm every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you also get my free Facebook group, like 10 more freebies in there also. Bye, honey. He's off to work. And that's called Content Marketing for Conversions. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.